Hello everyone, it's Chris with Trucking for My Future. I want to do a new video today and I want to go step by step using Webull to actually buy a stock. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Um, in all transparency though, I want to just say that uh, being the way it is, I work probably 11 hours plus per day. There are times that I'm going to need to do some of the legwork for my videos ahead of time. So sometimes you will see screenshots and numbers that aren't going to match exactly with that day that I actually published the video. Because I took the screenshots ahead of time. Like right now, I'm shooting this video a little bit ahead of time before I put it all together and then release it. So I don't want anybody to be surprised if they see numbers on the screen that don't actually match the current numbers, because things can change daily with the stock market, and kind of be like I'm doing something hokey, or I'm not. I'm just having to build some of these videos ahead of time to make best use of my time to put it all together. So that being said, I want to jump right in. I want to show you on the screen. I'm going to do some screenshots and show you on the screen loading up Webull. Open it up, where to go to set up your bank account and do a transfer to put funds in it, and then to actually select a stock and how to buy it. And we're going to get right into it. Let me pull up Webull. Okay, I'm going to move pretty quick on this. This is your main screen when you first log in. The crescent moon shape in the middle at the bottom is your button you want to click on. That will allow you to set up your passcode for trading. You can either use a passcode or you can set up to use your biometric fingerprint, which is what I do. It makes things a little easier. I like it better. Then you get into your actual individual account. If you just started, all of this will be pretty much blank. There'll be no companies, no positions, no dollar figures in your entire portfolio because you're just getting going. So you would actually want to go up to the top up there to transfers and click on that button. That's where you're going to open it up and you're going to have access to sending money over to your account. First you have to set up your bank account information, which you can see at the bottom of the screen here. You have to scroll up a little bit, set up your connection with your bank account where you're going to be drawing the money from to deposit into Webull to make your trades. I just do it randomly. If you set up your checking account, you can set up regular intervals for it to deposit. As you can see, mine's set up with Chase, which is who I bank with, and you can type in your amount of money that you want to transfer from your bank into the Webull account. All right, here I'm going to take a second to talk about buying power. When you first transfer money in, Webull is not a bank, okay? This isn't like transferring money from your savings account to your checking or back and forth. You're talking about a third-party entity. It takes time. Just like many other companies, it can take a couple of days for a transfer to process. So what Webull does is something I think is pretty cool. I think it's a nice little feature. I'm not familiar with the other apps and how they handle this process, but with Webull, they will go out and contact the bank electronically and confirm your transfer. They haven't processed it yet, but they know it's good. So they will actually update on your screen when you're in your individual account. You can click on the top box where it says individual account. It'll actually drop down and show you your buying power or how much money is in your account and things like that. The buying power will be updated with your transfer amount relatively quickly, within a few minutes. So you can actually go out and make a purchase with that money, even though it hasn't been technically transferred just yet. So basically, Webull's lending you the money. They know you're good for it. So they're lending you the money to make a purchase right away. I think that's pretty cool. Uh, you can transfer your money in and make a buy relatively quickly. And then over the next few days, they'll go ahead and process the actual transfer and take the money from your bank account and put it into the Webull. And it'll show under there as unsettled cash until they get it actually transferred. So that is a feature I do like. I like the idea that I can send my money over there and right away they're going to update it and let me make a purchase. Because if I need to make a move on something, I see something good and I want to send some money over, I don't want to be waiting a few days to get my money. By then, the stock price is going to completely change. It could go further down, go further up. I don't know, but it messes up my plan. So I do appreciate the fact that Webull does make it available to you way before they actually get it processed. Okay, now that you've gotten your buying power updated, you can go into your watch list, select a company that you are actually wanting to make a purchase on, and then click on that. All right, for purposes of this video, I picked SPY, and I also am putting it like you transferred in $50. I feel like that's a reasonable, workable number for pretty much everybody. And under SPY here, you can see I did hit the little drop down to see all the information as far as the dividend yield, their 52-week high and low, and this is the company I'm going to select and to make a purchase of $50, even though the stock's at 422. Here you can see the performance of the SPY. It's a ETF, and it'll show you that since its inception all the way through what the current numbers are for its performance. So what you want to do at this point is down there on the bottom, the blue button that says trade. You're going to select that, and it's going to bring up the trade option screens. So under this screen, if you see it's set where choose type, it's going to be limit, and that's buying a whole stock at a time, which, if that's what you want to do, that's great. But if you don't have $420 something to put into a stock, you can just switch that over from limit to market, and that will allow you to buy fractional shares based on whatever the dollar figure is that you want to spend. So you would change it here. You can see where it's limited limit, and I change it over to market. All right. So as you can see, when I changed it from limit to market, the number of stock changed to amount in U.S. dollars. So this allows you to buy fractional shares, meaning that you can put in whatever dollar amount you want to spend, and it'll do all the math for you on the number of shares that you actually hold and whatever percentage that would be. And here you can see I updated it. I wanted to spend $50 on SPY. And basically from that point, all you got to do is go down to the bottom there, hit the buy button, and it will buy that stock at that price that you've listed and update on your positions. But you'll see a notification at the top when that transactionally goes through. Okay, one little note to that whole buying process. When you're buying at market like that, stock price is moving constantly. Basically, if you set that price and you set that buy order, you may have to wait a few minutes because the stock price might be going up and down, up and down. Once the stock price matches your order that you put in, it'll go ahead and process the transaction. You'll get notification. It'll flash up a little bubble at the top there and show you that it did make the purchase. If it takes a longer time to process, you might want to go back and look at it because sometimes what happens is you put in the buy order and suddenly stock price went up. Your buy order is too low. It won't get processed. That happens. Basically, what you got to do is you have to decide, you want to pay the higher price? Okay, cancel the order that you have out there and then redo it at the higher price. Frequently, if it's not going up and down too crazy, you can just leave it for a few minutes. It'll usually come back down, It just, you have to just watch it. But hey, congratulations. If you followed along with me, you just bought $50 worth of stock. And that's basically how you use Webull to buy a stock. All right. Well, hopefully you guys found that informative. And I've never done any kind of tutorial video before on anything. So that's my first go at that. Hopefully it made sense, and hopefully it'll make it easier for somebody to come in and actually use the app and be able to buy and sell. And the more you look at it, the more you play with it, you'll be able to figure it out. It's not hard to use. I mean, come on. If I can use it, heck, probably a 7-year-old could use it better than me. But, I'd grab one of my granddaughters and have them come over and do it for me. But I did figure it out, so. All right, guys, that's going to be the video. I hope you liked it. Hopefully it's educational and informative. So we'll catch you guys in the next video.